Hey guys, my name is Vanya, the channel's RC Alley, and today's video will be a review of my Team Associated B6.1d kit. Just to go over the car real quick, it has all reedy electronics, so Spec Plus motor, 17.5 turn, it's geared at 7227, and the motor end bell is at 39 degrees timing. Basically, it's a box stock setup, minus the green Yokomo springs in the rear. That's for lower grips when the traction just isn't so high at smack track. Green Yokomo springs help a little bit, but when the traction goes back up, I throw on the white kit stock springs. And then the tires I usually run are J Concepts Gold Dirt Webs. The car has some upgrades, Kashima shocks and chrome shock shafts, machined shock internals, aluminum servo horn, shell caster inserts. It's got the 7-gram carbon fiber electronics tray, a WTF fan with an Exotech mount, and titanium front axles. So starting off with the build of the actual buggy, it went really great. I have a build review on it, or a build update, that I talk about a little bit more in detail if you're interested in that. The parts were all in the box, good instructions, the manual, yeah, it was really good. And there are some racer tips in the manual that were very helpful. As far as durability of the car, so far I have 0 parts broken besides the rear wing, so this is my second rear wing. So basically my fault for crashing a lot. Other than that, not a single broken part yet. Except the rear wing mount does get a little bent out of shape every once in a while, but it's easy to bend it back into shape, so that's important. A-arms, shock towers, everything else is still original from when I bought the kit. As you can tell from this shot, the front wing did take some abuse as well. Not as bad as the rear though. Moving on to performance of the car, jumping and landing, I thought the BB6 cars jumped great. Landing was where they lacked a little bit, for example, compared to the TLR 22 4.0. But I gotta say, this new shock package is improved quite a bit on the B6.1D, and I gotta say it lands much better. And basically it's more similar to the TLR 22 4.0 and the feel of how it lands. Basically when it lands, you can just get on the throttle so quickly, the car settles quickly, and you can get on power without getting all out of shape. Moving on to acceleration and braking, acceleration is really good. The AE diff creates a lot of grip, and combined with the layback transmission, it really makes the car feel planted. And then acceleration and braking feel, that be on the ESC, and I run the 510R reedy ESC. Basically it's on par with the best ESCs out there. Now, some of you might be skeptical about that, but I'm telling you, it feels as good, if not better, than any other race ESC. In the past years, it might have not been the case, but for sure it is now. It's smooth, like the car accelerates and brakes amazingly. Next is the cornering. The car has a ton of grip with that laid back, so it corners great. The layback transmission is perfect at my local track. No need for any weights like on the B6. I was running the 25-gram C block. And then the steering into the corner, the first part of the corner is perfect, but it does push a little bit on the exit, which makes the car really easy to drive, and it's still quick. The setup is really good for high bike clay, the box stock setup. So in conclusion, what do I think about this car? Well, for 320 bucks, you're getting a lot of car, and Team Associated customer support is no joke. Every time I've had an issue, which is rarely to mention, I just give them a call and it's fixed, no questions asked. And as far as race performance, for dirt, clay running, like high traction like I do, it is amazing. The B6.1d out of the box just feels almost too easy to drive. As far as comparing it to the other big competitor, which is the TLR 22 4.0, when that car was released, I definitely thought AE was lacking a little bit, so the B6 was not quite as good. And that seemed to be the general consensus at my local track. No matter what we did, it just seemed that it was maybe a tenth or two quicker around the track than the B6 was. So basically, with the release of B6.1, I think Associated fixed that problem, and now TLR is the one that has to play catch up. So I'm sure TLR are already working on a new buggy. I bet within 6 months it's released. That's just how this market works. Unfortunately, it seems like kits are coming out sooner and sooner every time. But I guess to stay competitive, we gotta get the latest stuff, since it is improving quite a bit. Just to recap everything one more time, basically the build went great, durability is good, minus the rear wing. It is a little bit on the weaker or thinner side, and then the rear wing mount is pretty flimsy, but it's easy to push it back into place. Acceleration and braking are great. The SE does a really good job, and the car creates a lot of grip, so acceleration and braking are not issue. And same thing goes for cornering. The laid-back transmission, like I said, works really well at my local track. I don't think I'll be going to lay down unless something crazy happens. And just to finish it up, yes, I would recommend this car for pretty much anyone. It doesn't matter if you're trying to race stock, mod, you're just getting into racing, or you've been racing for years. This is a really good platform, really well supported, and it's got a ton of adjustability, so you can definitely make it work for your home track. Alright guys, thanks for tuning in to another episode by RC Alley. Hopefully this was helpful to you if you're in the market for a new buggy. Hopefully it kind of helped you come closer to your decision on what you're going to get. If you've enjoyed the video, hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll talk to you next time.